Alright, hey there Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here. Welcome back to Ocarina of Time Let's Play. If you did miss out during the last one, well, we just made it on into here into the Dodongo's Cavern, and now we're going to be continuing onwards on finishing off with everything here at the Dodongo's Cavern. Currently, just within the last episode, we got ourselves now with the bomb bag, and that was a really nice good upgrade. So now, when we actually go and finish off with everything here in the Dodongo's Cavern, we should be able to go and freely use the balls whenever we need to, and we can also go and search for any other type of little special goodies along within our way throughout the different parts of the other areas, because like once you get yourself with the bombs in this game, there is tons of different things that you can actually go and do with just having with Link out here. So there we go. So now the mouth of the Dodongo has now been opened up, and that is something that you kind of want to make sure to go and remind yourself with, because we are going to go and face off with King Dodongo within this episode for today, and we also going to go and do a little bit of side stuff as well too. Now within the two videos for our time for today, not only are we going to be doing Ocarina of Time, but we are also of course going to be going and doing some more of Yokai Watch 4 as well. So that should be very fun and exciting, because now I believe we are going to get ourselves with the brand new Watch B ranking of our Yokai Watch, which is going to be very nice. And also as well too, I think we'll kind of go and start off with our way of chapter 8 as well too, which that is going to be very nice, because we're almost like finished within the game. I think we just have 8, 9, and then 10, and then that's basically about it. Now this area right here in particular, where all these fire keys are at, it's going to be a very annoying area that's going to happen here. Now there is 2 different doors that are going to happen, and there is going to be a certain block puzzle that's going to go on as well too from this way. And I am going to do quite a bit of some editing just for it, just so that like you guys don't have to see me have to push the block back and forth so many amount of times. Now, unfortunately, within this block that I will be pushing around within this area, unfortunately, it does respawn around, and it like goes back to its original place. So you have to go and do it all over again, which is that's just not fun. And this is the block right here that I'm going to be talking to you guys about. It's the one that is sitting up on top of this ledge here, and we'll have to go and do it all over again. But not only that, within this video for today, since we are, of course, going to be doing some side stuff, we are going to go and have to get ourselves with another new mask from the Happy Mask Salesman. We will be going and putting away our Keaton mask and giving it over to that soldier guy, which I know that that guy has been really annoying so far with us. Well, with him just being like, oh, well, you're not ready to be a warrior or anything of that type of nature. You're not going to be all fully ready for the Dodongo's Cavern or something of that. But you know what? We already are going to go and tackle out with King Dodongo, and we'll make sure that he's going to probably eat his words. But we'll still have to give him the Keaton mask, though. But anyways, afterwards we're done with that soldier guy, I believe we do have a new mask that is going to happen. And I think it is meant for, not for the graveyard kid, but I want to say it's meant for the one that is going to happen within the Lost Woods with all those Deku scrubs, because I'm pretty sure you have to go and use that mask, and that is how you'll get yourself with another extra, I think, another extra heart piece around within the way of just by doing that. Alright, so let's go and head up into this little secret area here. This is where you can find yourself with another gold spatula. You can do this if you want to as adult Link later on, but for right now, since we're here as young Link, we're just going to go and pick it up anyways. So there's that Armos. Now, we already know how to make sure to knock it with the Armos here. Just throw a bomb at him, and he'll basically get himself all destroyed. And there you go. Now we can just go and knock out with this gold spatula here, and there we go. Got another one. I will be going back to the spatula house at some point. I just won't be doing it right away just yet. I want to make sure that we collect enough as we can, and then I'll kind of go through all the different spatula rewards, hopefully within the next up-and-coming other different episodes afterwards. Maybe once we go and become like Adult Link or somewhere around there, but for right now, we'll just kind of hold that off at this point in time. Now, there is an extra fairy here. Now, if you do have that bottle, you can actually go and keep that fairy with you if you do want to have that or not. But yeah, so let's go and pick up with the fairy here, get ourselves all fully healed up. So basically, I think fairies actually heal up on on 8 different hearts. So unfortunately, they can't go full up on everything that happens within your health bar. Because like once you have like 20, I believe a fairy can't even go and do that. But it will probably help you out for the early games though. But you can always go and bring a fairy with you at some point as well too throughout the different bosses if you feel like you're going to probably get yourself a little bit destroyed here, but it's not as bad. Alright, now for this part here is that we need to go and push this block all the way into the hole here, and that is how we'll be able to go and open up with the actual boss area of our way. Now just be careful of the annoying the keys that are going to be here, but let's just go and do this again, and hopefully this time around Again, these guys just love to just fly around, man. Yeah, these guys are just a pain in my neck. Ugh. Yeah, and also too, another annoying thing is that since I am playing this on a GameCube controller and try to use the C-stick, sometimes it's a little bit finicky sometimes, and even if I want to try to like use the seeds or whatever, sometimes it always has to like land around to like the bombs that I have. But it's alright. It's not as much of a big deal. But there you go. Let's go and push it into the hole now. And there is an extra chest that you can go and pick up, and that is going to be for an actual bomb, like replenishment area. So if you do ever have like a chance where you are going to be like losing out on bombs or whatever that happens within here, which I don't think you'll probably lose out on bombs anyways, but if you do want to go and just pick it up just to actually have like just some extra bombs within your disposal, there is a chest right here to go ahead and do so before you go and actually blow up the actual area to go and fall it into the hole where King Dodongo is going to be. Well, let's just go and kick it open here. Yeah, so with the extra bombs, very nice. And let's go and finally place this guy all the way down here. Now, the sad thing is that unfortunately you won't be able to go and be able to actually go and use the mask within the boss fight, though. I think there is a randomizer little tool that you can actually make the actual mask become a part of the actual boss battle that happens. Which that is somewhat pretty nice, but unfortunately, you know what, it doesn't matter. We could just go in without having a mask at all. It's been fun to have it into the Dodongo's Cavern for a little bit. And that's what I'll be doing for most of the other different dungeons that are going to happen afterwards, is that each individual dungeon that we go on into, I will be having a certain different mask for each of them, so that I'll be able to go and use that just within there. Now, this part can get a little bit tricky. Just be careful of the fire, because it will ping off the side. So yeah, that was one thing that I forgot, is that like even though that he will have like that flamethrower attack, it is still going to go and like hit off into other different directions here. Also, too, just try to make sure that the bomb goes into his mouth instead of just dropping it right there. I think in later games, I think you're able to actually just go and just drop the bomb right in front of an actual Dodongo, and they'll just go and just suck it up anyways. But here in Ocarina of Time, that doesn't really work. You kind of actually have to like directly throw it to him instead of actually just placing it right onto the ground. But there you go. So now we just can go and run into here and actually get it for a few attacks. Now I believe you can actually do 3 jump slash attacks and it will actually knock out the actual Dodongo that's here, but I forgot to go and do that within like the first 2 attacks. But I think the other 2 attacks that I do after I do the actual jump slashing here, because it does a lot more damage than just compared to just doing the slash attack. But here we go. So now he's coming around from the other side. Just throw it into his mouth there. Perfect. And now just run right back. And if you're lucky enough, you can go and try to do another jump slash or just regular attack there. But yeah, don't fall too much into the lava there, but at least kind of just stay around the little corner edges there when he rolls around, because that kind of like helps you out a little bit. And there we go. Rolling into there again. And now we can jump slash and get him. So perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Now we just have to just wait for one more roll, and I think that should at least be about it here. And then we can finally get ourselves with the Goron Ruby, and then hopefully try to go and try to launch on after to the next other spiritual stone, which that is going to have to be with the sapphire. So there we go, and now the Dodongo is down and out. And you know what I just realized? It's kind of weird, but like each individual stone is like emerald, ruby, and sapphire that's out here, and now I kind of feel like it feels like almost like a Pokemon reference of like Generation 3. Even though that Generation 3 of Pokemon was never even a thing here in 1998 when the original game came out. So maybe it was just maybe some sort of like secret reference or something that was going to happen in the near future of the game. I don't know. Well, there we go. Got ourselves with the heart container there. So nice. So now we actually do have not 5, but we actually do have now with 6 different heart pieces now, or heart energy now within our time, which that is very nice. Yeah, technically, what you could actually go and do is that instead of being like with me having to go through all the different areas that we just went across on into with, you can actually just go and head right on into this way with just actually having that extra 4th heart that you got from Goma, and you can actually still go and just literally just do the battle still with what is going on from there. But But you know what? Since we went and got ourselves with some extra different hearts beforehand, and we got some extra different heart pieces and got ourselves with another extra heart to make everything at least go right to 5, we were able to go and at least kind of have a little bit of a nice, good, I want to say, cushion of space for this boss battle. But now I believe with Rudia is just happening to be here, which it was really strange because I don't know how he just fell out of the sky like that, unless if he's like saw us like kind of just like teleport around here. But now he wants us to be like his blood brother or something like of that type of nature. So now he will give us the Goron Ruby for this. Now, I think Rudia will also go and talk about that there is also this apparent Great Fairy that is going to be within the Death Mountain, and there is going to be different Great Fairy locations that we are going to have to go and do around within our time of for what's going to be happening, because there is going to be one in the Zelda Castle area where the Hyrule Castle is going to be here for young Link. That will give us the Diz firepower, and I believe we also do have the Death Mountain one, which there is some extra little neat little goodies to go and pick up, but I don't think we can really go and do too much about within the area for right now, since we don't have a hammer and we don't really have adult Link. But there is a little bit of some other things that we can go and do, and that's of course is using our special bombs once again, and that will be able to get ourselves, I think, with some sort of other neat little ability from the Great Fairy, because I don't know if we'll probably get ourselves with extra wallet upgrade or something. I'm not really too entirely certain on what that one is all about. Originally, I used to remind myself exactly what all type of Great Fairy abilities that you also normally get, so it could probably be bomb upgrades. I don't know, because I know that we literally just got ourselves with bombs already, so we could probably get like an extra bit of some extra bombs. But again, we do have like the bomb bag upgrades though. Like we got ourselves with like the big bomb bag and other things of that type of way. So I don't think that's gonna probably happen, because the big bomb bag we have to get is from the big Goron. That's gonna happen. But anyways, let's just go and pass along within our time here and give this guy the key and mass, of course. Now, I think there is like a little mini Goron, I think, like later on, like as future, like adult Link that happens. And I believe he gives you the actual Goron armor, right? I think that's how that happens. And that's like within our time for us to go and jump on into the actual fire temple later on within the actual game. Because there is 2 different type of things that happen within the Goron area. Now, if you come back here to Hyrule Castle, there is like this little drawbridge here. You can actually get yourself with free 20 rupees right there, and even glitch out through the floor if you need to. But anyways, we're back over here at the Castle Town area. And let's go and meet back up with the Happy Mask Salesman, and at least get our first little bit of some side questing out of the way here for a little bit. So let's go and pick up with the actual specialized mask for the Lost Woods that we're going to have to go and see a little bit later. And also too, this mask is going to become somewhat useful as well, which I want to say for the different Skull Kids too, right? Because I'm pretty sure you need to use this specialized mask for the Skull Kid that's going to be within here to go and play all the different specialized music that happens. So you may probably want to hold this off for a little bit, because we need to wait until we get something like the Song of Storm, and also with like having some other things that are going to happen as well, because we do have the Epona song as well to get a little bit later on throughout our way. Probably I'll do that in the next episode, since we do have Malon and Talon finally back in Lon Ranch. Now, speaking about with Lon Ranch, we are going to be heading off into here as well, too, within this episode. But not really for too long, though. We will have to go and make another pit stop, return as young Link. We'll have to go and search for, like, the other heart piece with Talon. And also get ourselves with the Epona song from Malon, though. But there's a gold Skulltula at nighttime. That's the only time that you can only get that Skulltula here. And over here at Lon Ranch, this was something that I should have went and did before when I was doing our previous episode for the last time of like searching around within Hyrule Field. But we're going to go and do it here right now anyways before I forget. But this is the little farm area here, the little barn house. This is where you can actually get yourself within our heart piece by just having to move around with some of the different crates. This one is really not that hard of a puzzle. I remember when I first played through this game, I thought that this was like the most like trickiest puzzle like of all time, because I had like no idea on how you're supposed to like move around with it until like I saw a video one day. I don't know if it was by like Sugar Carboy or Zelda Dungeon back in the day, but like I literally looked at that video and I was going like, are you serious? Like, it's like one of the most like easiest puzzles that you could literally go and figure it out. And that is what we're gonna do like right now. But like all that we have to go and do is just kind of just move around with the blocks for a little bit, have a little bit of some nice extra little bit of some space here on this actual side right here. Move the, yeah, we just have to just kind of just move a little bit of the of that last block right there. And now we just have to just kind of just stay at the very far corner here and just line it up properly. And there should at least be somewhat of a little hidden tunnel here. So there you go. So let's walk on into the tunnel, and there's the heart piece. Hooray! Another heart piece for us. So very nice right there. So now it's onwards to go and move off into the Zora's Domain area. Now, there is one particular thing that I just went and did some researching with that unfortunately we're not going to be able to go and do it here for our video for today. But later on when we start heading on into like the Zora Dungeon area, there is like somewhat of a little area spot where you can actually go and use the Zora scale, I believe, to actually go and kind of swim your way into like the actual little tunnel. But there is a spot that you can actually go back for the Lost Woods into with. But if you ever get to see that pond that's in the Lost Woods, when you're like young Link or even like with adult Link or whatnot, Navi will actually go and turn green. And normally, what that happens is when Navi turns green, you can actually play the Song of Storms in that particular pond area in the Lost Woods, and you can actually spawn out a Great Fairy that happens within that way. And it's like a free Great Fairy that you can actually go and pick up. Now, unfortunately, she won't give you anything special or anything, but she will heal up your hearts directly. Now, I don't know if it's just like only 8 hearts only, or if she just goes and fully heals up everything on your hearts, but it is something to kind of go and look on over back to if you ever do want to go and get any type of free heals, because it's like almost like a classic Legend of Zelda type of game, you know, like from Zelda 1, because basically sometimes you ever go and spot on some of those Great Fairies, they'll just heal you up like all the way through, which that's really handy here. Now, unfortunately, since we don't have the Rumble Pack here in the Zora's River here within this area, unfortunately, we don't have the Song of Storms, so we can't really go and open up with the actual way on into here. I don't know if bombs are actually something that you can also go and use as well too, but if I had the Rumble around within this area here, I would love to go and figure out where the heck that this actual spot of the hole is going to be, but I think it's only Song of Storms exclusive to actually go and use it, so we'll have to come back later. Yeah, there is like some specific holes that actually have to use the actual legitimate Song of Storms for. You can't just go and just like use a bomb like directly sometimes, most of the times there. But yes, you can use bombs within those holes, but some of them are Song of Storm exclusive for it, and I believe this is one of them here. But yeah, this is the bee guy. This is something that we could actually go and do as well too. Now, basically, you could also go and try to search for gold skull shells within these sandy patch areas, but we're going to have to hold that off until we actually get ourselves with some water, and also having to go and put those beads into there as well. But once you go and put those beads directly into some of those special sandy areas, you will be able to go and find quite a bit of some different heart pieces later on. And that's what's going to happen as well too. So now we're going to go and actually have to use the Kuko here. And yeah, if you saw that little edit there, unfortunately I did like slip off the side, so I kind of had to like go and reattempt again. Now unfortunately Gabora will literally go and stop you like every time that if you don't like go and do a certain little task that he has for you to go and do. It kind of like takes a little bit of time for him to go and talk so long, so that's why everything kind of had to move until like the next day. But now we're going to have to go and use the Kuko again. That's over here. We kind of have to go and use him one more other time. And this is going to be located around just right into the way of where Zora's Domain is. There's actually 2 different methods of actually getting this. You can actually use the Kuko, but it is going to take you a little bit of time because the Kuko will try to run away from you. But you can also go and use a boomerang if you want to go and wait until you're until you're actually done with the actual area itself. But yeah, just right behind me there, there is that pond where you can go and head on into there with the Zora scale, but we can't really go and do that right now to go and search for the Great Fairy, so we'll have to wait until a little bit later. But there is the last heart piece, and that is how we're going to go and end off with this episode for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one of Ocarina of Time, and of course, peace!